make sense of that.
So here's the long and short of it all. I don't know if this is news to any of you lot, but I, for one, am quite surprised to find out this revelation. We won the league pretty comfortably last season, all things considered. Arsenal were good, but by the time we were getting into the spring, we'd kind of already extended a good lead. Arne Slot was doing crazy stuff in his first season. Mo Salah was one of the best players in the world. We're behind Manchester United in the league. That's it. That's the punchline. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Guys fucking slandered RUBEN AMORIM so many times. I actually can't come back from this.
Should we have spent so heavily in the past? Probably not. But we lived the dream.
It doesn't matter if we finish above United in the table from here on in. It doesn't matter if United fall off completely and go back to the Grimsby United. Being behind them at any point in time, even alphabetically, would have been out of the question. We've lost 4 games in a row. I don't think you understand how bad that actually is. We lost 4 games all season last year. And most of that was because we just fucked about and went on holiday at the end after we won the league. This is a disaster. This is a football club legitimately in crisis right now. It's time to crash out.
Liverpool split wide open.
Celtic top on. Yeah, I can't lie, I changed clubs. I'm joking, please. Or now all my Scottish fans hate me. Flipping. I like Rangers as well, innit? Yeah, to be fair, I actually probably prefer... No, actually, no, I'm not going to say, because now everyone's annoyed at me. I'm a Hearts fan, I swear, up the jam, hand that, or whatever. 7,000 likes, and I won't throw myself off a building. The clocks went back this week. Unfortunately for Liverpool Football Club, they went all the way back to 2016, because I feel like I'm watching Joe Allen, Fabio Barini, and Ricky Lambert all over again. There's a regen of Alberto Moreno at left back. That's all I know. Because this we were on charity antics again. Yeah, we're dishing out, you have a 3 points, you have a 3 points. 2 Miss F over here, yeah, we got slapped up by Brentford this time. 3-2 the final score. Don't watch the 2. We scored at the end. We've been stopped by the bus stop. All that you had to do for this Liverpool team was put your arm out and signal and that's it. Because Arne Slot's now put himself in the Arne Slot penitentiary. We lost to Keith Andrews. Now, I want to give this man some credit. Okay, at the start of the season, to be fair, I didn't predict Brentford to go down like a lot of people did. I still think that they had enough. You know what, actually? I said Igor Thiago was going to be a baller. I have such good ball knowledge. But to be fair, he's done a really good job. You know, given all the adversity that Brentford had to deal with in the off-season, losing their captain, losing their main goal scorers, losing, who else? Their goalkeeper, he was shit anyway. But losing their manager and entire backroom staff was kind of the main thing, right? Thomas Frank going to Tottenham. Keith Andrews coming in as a set-piece coach up to that point. Everyone was kind of raising their eyebrows. But honestly, he's done more than a good enough job. And we should have known that he'd do a good job against us because we can't deal with set pieces and he's a set piece coach. So we've got Michael Coyote-Lap over here on the left-hand side, swinging in long throw-ins at the speed of 184 miles per hour. And we proved that once again, we can't deal with any sort of set piece or physicality when we conceded to a Coyote long throw after about 4 minutes in this one. Milos Kerkez realizing that there is actually a second goalpost that he needs to mark when there's a ball in the air. We've got a ball flying into the box and we've got a Hungarian kid with a low attention span and a D at max in GCSE psychology who doesn't know how to deal with it. Once again, losing his man, conceding from either a long throw or a set piece at the back post. Border control are going to be turning up at his gaff at this rate. I know Curtis Jones has snitched already and Merseyside police are on their way to get him back to Hungary.
This is immigration enforcement.
If I'm Arne Slot, I'm tearing up his contract 35 minutes in. He's actually a crazy liability. Again, I have to stress, like I said in the last video, I like the concept of Milos Kerkez. I'm sure he's a nice kid, but he needs to fucking get himself together. To be fair, I've been to Chiswick once and the 5G round there was crazy. Maybe he was just on like 4,357 ping or something. I need Ryan Gravenberch to just steal someone else's ankles and get himself back onto the pitch to save us. Because without him in front of the back line, I mean, even with him, it was a disaster. You know, fuck it, this is an emergency meeting. This crisis talks right now. We need excuses. Yeah, we need to pull something out of the bag. I'm talking the fireworks that went off, that the TV feed randomly cut to at one point. They were bouncing off Arne Slot's scalp and cranium and into the defender's eyes when the ball went up in the air. Kelleher, Henderson, Vandenberg, Carvalho, all in Brentford's squad. That's undercover spies, mate. To be fair, we've got a spy of our own in our squad. Mo Salah, look. I love you, innit? You know, and this is coming from a place of love, yeah. but I'm gonna kill myself. It's actually bonkers, yeah. Some of the decision making, I think, some of the systems that are going on in his mind, Chad, he's lowered his data plan. He's not got unlimited 5G anymore. I don't know what's happened, but I'm seeing crazy decision making. I'm seeing not being able to beat his man. I'm seeing awful touches. I'm seeing wasteful opportunities in the final third that are all spanning from Mo Salah. And I know he scored at the end, but that doesn't paper over the cracks. The finish was actually really nice, to be fair to him. The control was good. The finish was amazing. But we got that in the 93rd or whatever minute, 94th minute. Ridiculously late on. Like, basically all of Mo Salah's goal contributions have been this season. And for the rest of the 90 minutes, we got absolute turmoil. That is one of the worst Salah performances I've seen this season. And that's saying a lot, because all of the other ones have been shit as well. Again, I have so much love for Mo Salah. He's going to be a Liverpool legend forever. He's incredible. He's one of the best players we've ever had at our football club. One of the best footballers to ever grace Anfield, and that is saying something because we've had so many players that are incredible in our club's history. But what the fuck is actually going on? And what is it going to take for Arne Slot to drop him, bro? If Arne Slot could gain a full head of hair from dropping Mo Salah, this is what he would look like. It's fucking crazy, bro. I don't know if there's actually anything that will convince Arne Slot to just slap him on the bench for a league game. We did it against Frankfurt. We looked amazing. And I know it was Frankfurt, and I'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in a second. And I'm not saying Mo Salah is the only reason we're playing badly, but Christ on a fucking bendy bus. Something needs to change. I mean, what does Federico Chiesa need to do to start a football match? Solve the Da Vinci Code.
Yo, coach, the first quarter's almost up. Bro, I brought the whole fam out there, my homies, bro. Put me in the game, bro.
Just slap him on. Every time he comes on, he changes the game or looks at least somewhat positive. He's not just the guy that's a cult hero anymore and has a fun chance. He can actually contribute something across a full 90 minutes. Just try it. To be honest, I've got to raise some questions about Arne Slot generally, and I know he had an amazing season last season, coming in and just grabbing this Liverpool team and just winning the league as well. You know, we didn't just luck out completely. But again, some of the decisions I'm seeing this season, most of all in the last month, are making me question things. I think he's actually made some good decisions. I think we're forgetting the start of the season. A lot of his substitutions were very positive and, you know, were having a positive impact. We were winning games late thanks to substitutions that he was making. But now I'm seeing stuff happening and I'm like, what are you doing? You think this is Arne Slot, right? Wrong. This is who he's turned into. Bro has become the Dutch Erik ten Hag. You killed the man. You didn't kill the idea, bruv. We got Dutch bald managers coming in here and thinking that midfields aren't needed. We were in need of a goal at the end, lads. Yeah? It's like, I don't know, 83rd minute. We bring on a man who hasn't even scored one in his whole career. Joe Gomez has never scored a goal. He's never taken a football and put it in the net. Ever in his life. We are goals down against Brentford. He brought off Wirtz, fam. He brought off Wirtz for Joe Gomez. What was he even doing trying to formulate tactics down on the touchline? But look, let's look into the Brentford game in a tiny bit more detail with the statistics, okay? So first of all, I think what's a really alarming thing, I hope I've not hit my table. What's a really alarming thing for me, we'll talk about the goals in a second, yeah, but Brentford had, I think it was like 33%, like a third of the ball, right, in the game, okay? They had 17 shots, or was it 80? 17 shots, creating 17 shots out of 34% possession is very, very concerning. Yeah, if you sit back and absorb pressure and you're not interested in being on the ball, like a lot of teams are when they face one of the big six or a team that they're not favourites to beat, that's absolutely fine. You do that, go ahead. Brentford there's lots of teams that don't like to have the ball that much anyway, and Brentford are probably one of them, yeah? But if you are having that little of the ball and then having that many opportunities, it means that it is very easy for you to create opportunities against that team. They had the ball for a third of the game and created 17 chances. That is fucking mental. And it was easy for them. They just played one ball over the top and either landed over the heads of Konate or Van Dijk, or they won the knockdown because there's not really anyone there to shield our back line. It was painfully easy for them to just either lump it long, not in like a Sam Allardyce way, right? But as in like just go direct and look for the big man up top or look for a ball in behind, or to just even play a through ball between our centre-back pairing. I mean, that's what happened for the second. Their second goal, flipping heck. It's actually like bewildering how easy it has become to play us for like no apparent reason. I honestly think if Keith Andrews was playing in this game, we would have conceded to him as well. So that was the first thing that was noticeable, just all game, because that's like a key theme, right? That all game that was happening, it's been happening. We're seeing like a return to old school Barclays football at the moment. I mean, Arsenal have scored like almost 60% of Arsenal's goals this season have come from set pieces. That is borderline abhorrent. That makes me want to be ill violently. Everywhere, all over all of my belongings. But it's happening and everyone's doing it. You've got set piece goals on the way up, long throws on the way up. You've got more direct football on the way up. Goalkeepers are lumping it long more often. We can't deal with that. We can't deal with long balls and we can't deal with physicality either. I mean, their first goal, so Coyote, actually, okay, even before the throw-in happens, ball long, causes issues. Marmadashvili tries to chip it into Bradley. It's not the worst ball in the world. I saw people getting annoyed at Marmadashvili for this. I think it's Connor Bradley's fault. I'm so sorry. Like, it's not the most difficult ball in the world. I am unbelievably confident that one of the main things that Arne Slot probably said in the pre-match meeting that they would have had to discuss Brentford would have been, don't give these lots sloppy throw-ins for no reason. And what do? Connor Bradley does that after about 5 minutes. Coyote swings it in like a fucking nuclear bomb and we can't deal with it. And it's because we don't seem very physical either. Like, apart from our centre-backs at set pieces, we've got no physicality. We're easy to brush aside. We're easy to score set pieces and long ball goals against. A Curtis Jones and Zabozlai double pivot, it's not going to do the job, lads. It isn't. To be fair to Zabozlai, he deserves better. I think he's been our player of the season, mate. Mostly because he's just being asked to do ridiculous shit. Like, he's being asked to be a midfielder and also a right back half the time. Ekatike was poor, I think, against Brentford. Wasn't helped by people around him, but he's earned enough brownie points for me to be like, whatever. Like, he's had 9 games in all comps up to this point. Like, 9 starts, and he's been good in most of them. So if he has an off day against Brentford, it's whatever. People were talking about the penalty. It's a bit soft. I personally think it's a little bit debatable whether it's in the area, but you'd probably come to the conclusion that it's on the line, which therefore means it's a pen, right? And even then, who cares? We were shit. We deserved to lose the game. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things where, and I don't want to be doom and gloom because, like, Liverpool have given me so much joy, even over the last, like, 12 months. We won the fucking league, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? We've done that twice in my entire lifetime, and that was one of them. But we are playing shit at the moment, and to be honest with you, we've not been that great all season. We've probably played well twice all year. It's Halloween, lads, for fuck's sake. The scariest thing about this Halloween is Liverpool playing football. 4 losses on the bounce is mad. You know, it's 5 losses in 6 as well in all comps when you include Galatasaray. That's bad. You can't win a title doing that. I'm sorry. I actually watched Liège talk about Liverpool a little bit as well, and he made a really good point that, like, I think the most losses that a team has ever had in the Prem is like 6. We've lost 4 in October alone. We've not kept a clean sheet in 9 games. Pornhub headquarters have got cleaner sheets than us, bro. It's a madness. How are we expecting to win how are we expecting to win games regularly and do this? We've conceded 6 games in a row. We've conceded the opening goal. Gravenberch being out is killing us a little bit. We didn't look great defensively, even with him in the side, but McAllister can't do that job. Szoboszlai and Jones definitely can't do that job. I'm honestly wondering whether, and I know this sounds maybe not mental, but a surprise given the amount of money we've spent. I genuinely wonder if putting Wataru Endo in might be a shout, just to try, just to test it out. Maybe not in the Champions League, but against Villa. Our defense is shaky enough as it is. Like, the wing back issue is a massive one. I said about Trent obviously moving on. Frimpong, it doesn't feel like we trust him to be a right back. Connor Bradley started poorly, but I have faith in him, but he started badly. Kirkus has been absolutely woeful. Again, needs to be dropped for Andrew Robertson. Nate and Van Dijk haven't been their usual selves, and when all of that's happening, you need someone that can just go and win some shit in the middle of the park. And I honestly think at this point, maybe a little Wataru Endo playing kind of in the role, not in the role exactly that Gravenberch plays, because he's not as good on the ball, he's not as press resistant, whatever, but just to go and clean up some guys, just to clamp a few people and just try and control a midfield at some point in time. Personnel-wise, Robertson Haaland's got to come in for Kirkes. That is a matter of, like, actual international emergency. That has got to happen. I want to see Chiesa start a game. We're too fragile. We make too many mistakes. Like, the Frankfurt game, cool. We played Frankfurt. We battered them. We scored 5. Frankfurt have played 9 games this season. There's been, like, 67 goals in their games. You think I'm joking? No, genuinely, look at their results. Frankfurt, every game Frankfurt playing, there's about 9 goals in it. People are saying that we're out of the title race, and I think that's stupid to the degree that fucking anything can change in football. I mean, we were, what, like 5 points clear of Arsenal a month ago. Now we're 7 points behind them. Anything can happen. But again, to have lost this many games already at this point in the season is scary, and we're not dealing with some knockoff title rivals this year. Arsenal are good, man. Arsenal are good. Like, they've proven me wrong a little bit. I always knew they were going to be incredible defensively, but Gabriel might be the best centre-back in the world. Saliba is obviously amazing. Timber's probably the best wing-back or right-back in the league. They are impossible to score against. It's actually fucking mental. Unless they have like a crazy injury crisis, they're not going to go through a run of games where they just start conceding goals left, right, and centre. And all round, they look like serious challengers. And Manchester City look like they're back as well. A little bit shaky at times, but Erling Haaland's going absolutely crazy. So we can't afford to slip up again after this. And any of us looking at this team and thinking we're not going to slip up in the next game, fam. We've got Villa next. We could easily lose that game. Villa just beat Man City, bro. We've now got to go on some perfect, crazy run. It's fucked, bad. We're fucked. I labeled a guy Boko Haramorim, and we're behind him, bro. We're worse than terrorists. We're a crime worse than that. That's the situation. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Drop it down below what you think the problem is. Like, subscribe, fucking, play a different sport. Know how raucously repetitive.